What makes certificate issuance secure, reliable, and efficient? The answer is simple: the right policy. In this video, I'll walk you through how to create one in MTG Certificate Lifecycle Manager. My name is Emily, and I am responsible for the product management of our PKI and CLM solutions at MTG. Policies are essential in MTG's CLM because they define the rules and processes used to create certificates. They determine how certificate requests are validated, which settings are allowed, and how issuance is handled. In short, policies are one of the core features of the system. They make certificate creation easier, more consistent, and far less error-prone. MTG CLM also comes with comprehensive policy templates that provide reliable, ready-to-use configurations for common use cases. But before we look at those in more detail, let me first give you an overview of the most important fields in the policy form. First, there is the policy name. Every policy needs a unique name so it can be clearly identified. Next is manual approval required. This field controls how certificate requests are processed. If it is set to no, the certificate is issued immediately. If it is set to yes, an authorized user must approve or reject the request before the certificate can be issued. If manual approval is enabled, you can also activate dual control. This means that two different authorized users must approve the request, following the 4 eyes principle. The next field is Certificate Import Allowed. If this is set to yes, certificates that were issued externally can also be imported under this policy. After that, we configure the certificate provider. MTG CLM supports a broad range of trusted internal and public certificate authorities, including Microsoft CA, Sectigo by PSW Group, GlobalSign, and Deutsche Telekom. This list is continuously expanding. By connecting your CA to MTG CLM, you can manage all your certificates in one central place. And of course, MTG's own PKI, Kara, is fully supported as well. Next, let's look at the template signer. This is a provider-specific pre-configuration. It determines which CA setup and which certificate content can be used later. For example, if you select MTG AG ERS Person Certificate Signer, the policy uses a corresponding template in the background that defines the appropriate CA configuration. Now let's move on to the certificate parameters. Please note that the previously selected template signer defines the provider configuration. If you change settings here, you may overwrite existing cryptographic parameters. If no specific values are selected in the fields below, then all cryptographic parameters are allowed by default, except for the valid for field. If you do define values here, then only those selected options will be available when a certificate is created using this policy. For my demonstration, I will choose CA Decides. Let's start with allowed key pair modes. Here you can choose between PKCS10 server generated and public key. With PKCS10, the requester generates the key pair and submits a certificate signing request in the traditional PKI format. With server generated, both the public and private keys are generated by the CLM server. With public key, the requester provides only the public key for certification. Next are the allowed crypto algorithms. Here, you define which cryptographic algorithms may be used in the certificate. We support RSA, elliptic curve, and Edwards curve algorithms, as well as the NIST standardized post-quantum algorithms, MLDSA and SLH-DSA. This brings us to the last section, End Entity Rules. By configuring the end entity rules precisely, you can define the content of a certificate in a very granular way. You can mark fields as mandatory, and you can also restrict how values in those fields must be structured. For example, we can define email as a mandatory field and specify that all email addresses used under this policy must end with @mtg.de. Once we click Apply, the policy is created and ready for immediate use. And of course, you do not have to start from scratch every time. MTG CLM includes comprehensive policy templates that provide reliable default configurations for typical use cases. These templates remove a lot of the guesswork from certificate management and can still be customized to meet your specific requirements. We offer a wide range of policy templates. Let me show you the preset configuration of the Acme policy template. An Acme policy is the right choice when certificates need to be issued and renewed automatically, especially for server authentication in dynamic or large-scale environments. It is best suited for standard TLS certificates where manual approval is not required, and where integration with Acme clients allows fully automated lifecycle management. In the certificate provider configuration, we have pre-selected the MTG Server Certificate Signer. The template signer must always match the intended purpose of the certificate. In this case, the certificates are used to authenticate servers and secure service communication. That is why the server signer is the correct choice, because it enforces the appropriate configuration and validation requirements for server authentication certificates. And of course, every policy template can be edited easily. At the beginning, we set up the required processes together. After that, you can simply use them in your daily work. It's that simple. With this solid framework of rules in place, you can create certificates quickly, consistently, and without errors. If you'd like to learn more or have any questions for MTG, contact our experts. And until then, stay secure.